Camera's rolling. And action!
Welcome, Cardiff. So you think you know everything about prison then, do you? Well, that's open to debate, as we're going to find out now. For those of you who don't know me, it's okay, you're in great company, because I don't even know myself. And do you know why? I went to see a shrink the other day, and do you know what they said to me? I had more personalities than Jekyll and Hyde. I thought, fuck me, I'm in trouble here, didn't I? Well, they charged me an hourly rate for them fucking all. Anyway, by all accounts, she's now a millionaire. And do you know why? Because I fucking made her one. I don't know. If my psychiatrists don't know who I am, though, who the fucking hell knows who I am? Music should have been on then.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their pretty white coats. And they're coming to take me away.
You're fucking right, I'm crazy after 11 years and 43 days in prison. But let me tell you something I do know about myself, okay? I spent 11 years and 43 days in Her Majesty's pleasure, savouring of the wonderful delights of prison hospitality. And oh dear, the potatoes and the other food was awful. The potatoes had more eyes than what fucking I did. And I got 4. And yet, you know, you won't even find these at fucking Specsavers. At least you get 2 for fucking 1 though. This is what you get from the fucking potatoes. I tell you, you get 1 and that's your lot. And talking about vegetables, let's bring me on to Prince Charles. So Prince Charles thinks talking to vegetables is okay, is it? Well, I couldn't stop laughing. It took my mind. It did cross my mind. I wonder whether he was smoking fucking different shit to me. If you know what I mean. Well, it has to be organic, I'm afraid. It has to be organic. You know? I bet it fucking was and all. I bet you got paid for it, but there you go. But moving swiftly on, one of the things that struck me was how dangerous prisoners were. My first encounter was sharing a cell with a prisoner who had very little mains to his brains. No, they wasn't fucking switched on. You bet your bottom dollar, and that's why he was there. You know, he wasn't even a fucking bit of a bungalow. He had fuck all upstairs and nothing downstairs. So what the fuck do you call somebody like that? You know? Well, he looked a bit like Jesus, and I can remember him quite well. You know? And he said to me, if I didn't pray to Jesus, he was going to fuck me up. And I was like, he was going to hurt me bad. I was like, whoa. I know, I was just 19, and I was just, I wasn't going to fucking argue him. I had a big lump in my throat, and let me tell you something. I fucking prayed to Jesus. Oh, fucking Lord, get me out of here. You know, it's as simple as fucking that. I had a fucking loony with a rosary bead telling me that if I didn't do as I was told, he was going to fuck me up. Well, I was only 6 stone 6, as you can imagine. You know, not like the old fat bastard I am now. And I tell you what, my ass moved fucking faster than Cardiff City's record signing. I was out that fucking cell the next morning asking the prison officers to move my sorry ass out of there. And let me tell you something, I moved my sorry ass out of there because by Christ, there was one fucking fruitcake. Now, before I went into prison, I was Mr. Goody Two Shoes. I didn't smoke fags, I didn't smoke weed, didn't touch drugs, in any way, shape or form. But all that was about to change when I entered Cardiff prison. Awaiting trial. Naturally, I was stressed out to the fucking max, you know, we were waiting for the trial, and it was all serious shit, like, you know, and I was offered my first joint. Well, I ended up being tuned up with this guy called Paul, and I didn't know how to do a rollie, let alone build a spliff, you know, so Paul built me a one skinner, and I remember coughing and spluttering my bloody guts up, you know, and then, anyone who smokes a spliff, you know the old whitey. Well, that was me. I ended up by the piss pot being sick everywhere, and when the prison officers come round, they said to me, "Oh, Brian, I think you better tidy yourself up." And this is what I did, you know, and at 8 o'clock in the night, the prison officers used to come round and give you the last cup of coffee. Well, we didn't call it coffee, we called it fucking Derv, because you could put your spoon in it, right, and it was like Derv. It was like Diesel, that's why he got his name, and believe me, that's how bad the coffee was, let alone the fucking tea. And anyway, told me to clean myself up, so I started throwing over water over my face. And I realised I was starving, and it took a new meaning to I could eat a horse. I never felt so hungry in all my life. You know? I hadn't been at Cardiff very long, and I was shipped to another prison where they would be home for the next 7 years. 7 fucking years. Top security prisons. Oh, the fucking legs were going. You know what I mean? The fucking asshole was twitching. You know? You're bloody right he was. You know? Well, I was walking on the wing alongside a prison officer who took me to the office to book me in. Didn't know what to expect, you know, thinking, shit, you know, this is heavy duty, you know, fucking IRA, you know, UDLA, you name it, you got all the top security, you know, boys in here, you knew you were in with the big boys. And out of the corner of my eye, I looked at the guy and I thought, he's wearing a skirt. And I thought, no, I'm fucking seeing things. Maybe the stress has got to me, you know. I just didn't have a fucking clue. Well, anyway, I asked the officer, who was that? Oh, that's Wendy Walsh. Don't worry. I fucking went checking out the merchandise. Well, it took me a few minutes to realise I was the fucking merchandise. He was checking me out. I went, what the fuck? Get me off this sex offenders wing. You know, I didn't know nothing about gay people. I didn't know fuck all about anything. I was 19 and thought I knew it all. But I knew jack shit. Well, anyway, being as I was, I screamed at the officer to get me up the sex offenders wing. But then there was a friend of mine who was there a week before, and he come to give me a hand, and he basically said to me, oh, don't worry, Wendy, you know, she won't harm you, she don't do, you know, unless you're gay, you got no problems. Well, you know, to me, it was a bloody culture shock, walking on a wing in a top security prison with a guy wearing a skirt. Oh dear. I thought, what the fucking hell is this in store for me as well? Because I just didn't have a clue. And it come, you know, and then there was other things which were going to surprise me. First of all, the violence in prison. I didn't think there was as much violence in prison. I saw 2 prisoners fighting on a landing one day, and one decided to use the iron as a weapon and rammed it in the prisoner's face. I was like, fuck me, talk about strike while the fucking iron is hot. You know what I mean? At least wait for it to cool down, you fuckers. You know, and after the event, they were called Morphy and Richards. Because, you know, after the iron, you know. Well, you know, keeping some good steel, that's for sure. Now, in Long Martin, every Saturday, it was an unwritten rule that you could have a drink as long as you left the sex offenders alone, you know. That was the rule, you know, the unwritten rule. Obviously, it wasn't in Prison Rules 1952. I think the Home Secretary had something to say about that, but there we go. And that's the way it was. So we managed to get on some prison hoops, and I was introduced to my friend called Speed and a nasty piece of work called amphetamines. Dun dun dun! There was a few of us together who had to drink and would socialise. Another one night we took an acid tab. A fucking acid tab. When I used to even take anything before I went into prison. Anyway, the officers called time to get behind our doors, and it was bang-up time. And I went to the cell, played Pink Floyd, War of the Worlds, and I started to trip out on an acid tab. And it was a mad thing which happened that night. I had voices outside the cells. And I did think they were fucking coming to take me away, haha. And what had transpired was, I started barricading the door because I heard a voice saying, if I was you, I would open up the door. You knows what happened if we got to come in here with a Mufti squad. And I thought, fuck me, they're never taking me alive. And I started barricading the door on the acid, thinking they were coming to get me and they were going to fucking beat me up and everything. And it was just so unreal. Well, after I calmed down after an hour, in Long Martin you could press the button and you could come out and you'd go to the toilet and you'd go and speak to your mates for 5 minutes through the doors. You know, sometimes have a split through the top of the door, that's what we used to do. And it transpires that the guy across the cell from me was accused of having a mobile phone in his cell, and somebody had phoned in and accused him of it and said that he, you know, that he was phoning other people from the prison. Well, I could have fucking... Well, we were all tripping our heads off. It was just unbelievable, the amount of shit we had smoked out that night. And there's a guy getting raided for a mobile. So it wasn't me they were coming for. It was for this little bastard. And he was, you're alright, you know, we from Dudley, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, they thought I had a mobile phone. Yeah. I said, fucking mobile phone, I got fucking 4 ounces of dope on my fucking bed, you stupid bastard. You know what I mean? I got fucking other tablets on the bed and I'm fucking hiding in my speakers, you silly cunts. You know what I mean? And it was just unbelievable. He was more worried about mobile phone. I'm worried about getting caught with fucking 4 ounces of fucking weed. You know, thinking they're coming to fucking get me. Well, you know, it was just one of those things, but it was absolutely true. In the top security prison, online, and that's exactly how it was. And I remember, you know, it freaked all of us out. All the other boys were wondering what the fuck was going on. They all wanted to lynch him. They wanted to string him up by his fucking short and curlies. You know, then when you're more age, you know, I got on the mobile phone. I get his fucking mobile phone, shoved up his fucking ass.